Mark, can you please call your mom?
Huh? Mom? What for?
She keeps texting me while I'm at work. She even called during my lunch break. You're off today, right? I'd appreciate if you could talk to her.
I don't want to. It's my day off, and I'm binge-watching this new show.
But I'm at work.
You're texting me now, so I guess you're just fine.
I'm texting you to ask for help with your mom. At this rate, she'll probably keep messaging me until evening.
Just ignore her.
Could you ignore her if you were in my position? You always reply quickly when she contacts you.
Well, if I ignore her, she'll just get more worked up.
See, you can't ignore her either. Don't tell me to do something you can't do yourself.
But you can stand up to her. I can't talk back to my mom.
I can't either. Plus, I'm the one dealing with her constant criticism. It's not easy for me to handle these conversations.
You're much stronger than me. You're the only one who can handle my mom.
I am not handling her.
I've been afraid of my mom since I was little. That's how I was raised. You know she's a bit of a control freak. I'd rather not deal with her if I can help it. There's no point in resisting anyway.
It's not fair to dump this all on me. We promised we'd work together to distance ourselves from your mom, remember?
Yeah, about that. I've been thinking maybe it's not so bad after all.
What?
I'm single, you know. She's still my parent, and even though she can be intense, I think she loves me deep down. Now that I'm in my 30s, I'm starting to worry about her future. I'm not sure if cutting her off is the right thing to do.
You were the one who initially wanted to cut ties with her. That's why we agreed to work through this together.
I felt that way then, but I've grown and changed my mind.
I see. So you'll handle your mom from now on, right? Since you don't want to be estranged from her?
Well, not exactly. I'd like to keep things as they are for now.
So you want me to keep being the buffer?
I didn't say that.
That's what it sounds like. We have things we haven't told your mom, and we can't keep quiet forever in this situation.
I know. Sorry, I'm not feeling well.
Wait, what about your mom?
I'm sorry, but can you handle it? I need to lie down for a bit.
All right, get some rest. Sarah, dear, I need you to tell me the dates of your periods for the last 6 months. Excuse me? What are you talking about? I want to help you figure out your fertile days. There are apps for that now, you know. I'm sure you're not tracking it yourself since you always say you're leaving it to nature. But you're a woman in your 30s now. The chances of not conceiving naturally are increasing. That's really not an appropriate topic. Why not? We're both women. Just because we're the same gender doesn't mean everything is up for discussion. Oh, I see. You must be infertile. That's why you won't tell me. That's not it at all. Then why won't you tell me? Because these are things that I don't want to share. Please stop, Barbara. No matter how often you contact me, I'm not going to get pregnant just because you want me to. Huh? I'm only pushing you like this because you're not getting pregnant. It's your fault for focusing on your career instead of fulfilling your duties as a wife. You've been married for 3 years now. It's abnormal that you haven't had a child yet. You have to understand, we have our own pace. I'm telling you to have an heir, and that's final. I'll listen to what you have to say after that. I'm sorry, but I can't talk anymore today. Wait right there. Promise me that you'll have a child, Sarah. Don't you dare ignore your mother-in-law. Mark, I'll be home late today.
Okay, got it. I'll order some takeout for dinner.
I'm sorry, but I can't do this anymore.
Huh? What do you mean?
I can't deal with your mom anymore.
Sarah, please, can you handle her for just a little longer? I'm finally getting back on track, and I don't want to risk my health by dealing with her right now.
I understand, but it's taking a toll on me. Today she told me my ovaries would rot if I didn't have a child soon, and that I'm not getting pregnant because of my looks and how my parents raised me.
I'm sorry, but I think she's just worried.
worried. She just wants grandchildren. She keeps talking about needing an heir, though I don't know what for.
Don't be so harsh.
Try to understand why I feel this way. By the way, Mark, did you buy that $1,500 watch?
That's cheap for a good watch.
Even so, did we need to buy it now?
Oh, come on. Don't take your bad mood out on me. You should work on that, Sarah.
I would have said something about that even if I was in a good mood.
I'm just tired of this.
Seriously?
You've been so irritable lately, it feels suffocating to be at home.
Now you're the one complaining?
I'm trying my best here. You're expecting too much from me. You said you'd support me. Was that a lie?
How did you get there? I've been supporting you in my own way.
Maybe my mom was right after all. This marriage was a mistake. I should have chosen someone more domestic. I'm sorry, but let's sleep separately from now on. And don't bother cooking for me. I need some space from you for a while.
Sarah, why aren't you answering my calls? I know you've read my messages. I'm sorry, Barbara. I've been busy at work. Work, work, work. That's all you care about. When are you going to focus on giving me grandchildren? Barbara, please, we've talked about this. Mark and I will have children when we're ready. You're not getting any younger, you know. Your eggs are dying every day. I am well aware of my age, thank you. But having a child is a big decision that Mark and I need to make together. What's there to decide? You're married. Having children is what you're supposed to do. There is more to marriage than just having children, Barbara. Nonsense. A woman's primary duty is to continue the family line. Are you saying you don't want to give Mark children? That's not what I'm saying at all. We just want to wait until the time is right. The time is never right if you keep waiting. You need to start trying now. Have you been tracking your ovulation? Barbara, I've already told you that's not something I want to discuss with you. I'm only trying to help. If you're having trouble conceiving, there are treatments available. I can recommend a good fertility doctor. We're not having trouble conceiving because we're not trying to conceive right now. Not trying? What do you mean you're not trying? Are you using protection? Is that why you haven't gotten pregnant yet? Barbara, please, this is a private matter between Mark and me. There's nothing private about it. This is about the future of our family. Mark needs an heir. Mark doesn't need an heir. We're not living in medieval times. Don't you take that tone with me, young lady. I raised Mark to be a good son who values family. If you can't give him children, maybe he needs to find someone who can. I can't believe you just said that. This conversation is over. Don't you dare hang up on me. Sarah? Sarah! Mark, we need to talk about your mother.
What now? What did she do this time?
She's been harassing me all day about having children. She even suggested you should find someone else if I can't give you an heir.
Come on, you know how she is. She doesn't mean it like that.
How else could she mean it, Mark? She's literally threatening our marriage over this.
You're overreacting. Mom just wants grandchildren. Is that so wrong?
It's wrong when she's pressuring us and interfering in our personal lives. Why can't you see how toxic her behavior is?
She's not toxic. She's just passionate. She wants what's best for us.
No, Mark. She wants what's best for her. She doesn't care about what we want or how we feel.
That's not fair. Mom loves us.
Maybe she loves you, but she certainly doesn't respect me or our marriage.
You're being too sensitive. Just ignore her if it bothers you so much.
I can't ignore her when she's constantly messaging and calling me. And why should I have to? Why can't you stand up to her and tell her to back off?
You know I can't do that. She's my mother.
And I'm your wife. Doesn't that mean anything to you?
Of course it does, but I can't choose between you and my mom.
I'm not asking you to choose. I am asking you to set boundaries with her.
I don't see why we need boundaries. She's family.
Being family doesn't give her the right to disrespect me or our choices.
You're making a big deal out of nothing. Just let it go.
I can't let it go, Mark. This is affecting our marriage. Can't you see that?
The only thing affecting our marriage is your constant complaining about my mother.
I wouldn't have to complain if you'd stand up to her.
Just drop it, Sarah. I'm not in the mood for this.
Fine, but this isn't over. We need to find a solution to this problem.
Whatever, I'm going to bed.
Sarah, I've been thinking about our conversation yesterday. I hope you understand that I only want what's best for you and Mark. I understand that's what you believe, Barbara, but your approach is causing a lot of stress in our marriage. Stress? What stress? Having children is a joy, not a stress. The stress comes from the constant pressure and interference in our personal decisions. I'm not interfering, I'm guiding you. You should be grateful for my experience and wisdom. Barbara, with all due respect, Mark and I are adults. We can make our own decisions about when or if to have children. When or if? What do you mean, if? Are you saying you might not give me grandchildren after all? That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying it's our decision to make, not yours. I can't believe what I'm hearing. Mark would never agree to this. He knows how important family is. Mark and I are on the same page about this, Barbara. I doubt that very much. I raised my son better than that. I'm going to talk to him about this. Please don't. This is between Mark and me. No, this involves the whole family. I won't stand by and watch you ruin my son's life with your selfish career ambitions. My career is not selfish, Barbara. It's part of who I am. Your job should not come before your duty as a wife and future mother. I am very disappointed in you, Sarah. I'm sorry you feel that way, but I'm not going to change my mind or my life plans based on your disappointment. We'll see about that. Mark will hear about this. Mark, your mother is on her way over. She's upset about our conversation regarding children.
What? What did you say to her?
I just told her that our family planning is our decision, not hers.
Why would you do that? You know how she gets about this stuff.
Because it's the truth, Mark. We can't keep letting her control our lives.
Great, now I have to deal with her being upset. Thanks a lot, Sarah.
Deal with her? You mean you're going to take her side again?
I'm not taking sides, I just don't want to upset her.
So it's okay to upset me instead?
That's not what I meant. Why do you always twist my words?
I'm not twisting anything. I'm just tired of being the bad guy in your family.
You're not the bad guy. You're just different from what they're used to.
Different? You mean how I have my own thoughts and opinions?
Come on, Sarah. You know that's not what I meant.
Then what did you mean? Because it sounds like you're saying I should just fall in line with what your mother wants.
I'm saying you should try to get along with her. Is that so much to ask?
I've been trying to for years, Mark, but it's never enough. She always wants more.
She just wants us to be happy.
No, she wants us to live the life she thinks we should have. That's not the same as wanting us to be happy.
You're being unfair. Mom has always supported us.
Supported us how? By constantly criticizing my choices, by pressuring us to have children before we're ready?
She means well. You're just too sensitive.
I am not too sensitive. I am setting healthy boundaries, something you seem to be incapable of doing.
Here we go again. Why does everything have to be a fight with you?
It's not a fight. It's a discussion about our future and our relationship.
Well, it feels like a fight to me. I'm tired of always being caught in the middle between you and Mom.
You wouldn't be caught in the middle if you stood up for us as a couple.
I do stand up for us.
When? Have you ever told your mother that her behavior is inappropriate?
I talk to her sometimes.
Talking isn't enough, Mark. We need action. We need you to set clear boundaries with her.
You're asking too much. You know how she is.
That's exactly why we need to set boundaries. Her behavior isn't going to change unless we make it clear it's not acceptable.
Can we not do this right now? Mom will be here any minute.
Fine, but we're not done talking about this. I'm sorry, but can't you see how unreasonable your mother is being?
She's just upset. She'll calm down eventually.
And what about us? When do we get to calm down? When do we get to live our lives without her constant interference?
You're not being fair. She's just concerned about us.
Concerned? Mark, she's trying to control our lives. How can you not see that?
She's not controlling us. She's just expressing her opinion.
Her opinion? She's making demands and guilt-tripping us. That's not just an opinion.
Look, can we not do this right now? I'm tired and stressed out.
You're always tired and stressed out when it comes to confronting your mother.
What do you want from me, Sarah? I can't change who she is.
I want you to stand up for us, for our marriage, for our right to make our own decisions.
I did stand up for us. Didn't you hear me agreeing with you?
Agreeing with me isn't enough. We need you to actively set boundaries with her.
I can't just cut her off. She's my mother.
I'm not asking you to cut her off. I'm asking you to establish healthy boundaries.
You make it sound so easy. You don't understand what it's like with her.
I understand perfectly well. I've been dealing with her behavior for years now.
It's different for you. You didn't grow up with her.
That's exactly why I can see how toxic her behavior is. You're too close to see it clearly.
Don't call my mother toxic. She's not perfect, but she loves us.
Love doesn't excuse manipulative behavior, Mark.
You're twisting things again. Why do you always have to be so negative about my family?
I'm not being negative. I am being realistic. Your mother's behavior is harming our marriage.
The only thing harming our marriage is your constant criticism of my family.
My criticism? What about your mother's constant criticism of me, of our choices?
That's different. She's just worried about us.
And I'm worried about us too. About the future of our marriage if we can't set proper boundaries with your mother.
There you go with the boundaries again. Why can't you just let things be?
Because letting things be is what's gotten us into this mess in the first place.
Mess? What mess? We were fine before you started this whole argument.
We're not fine, Mark. We were ignoring the problem, hoping it would go away. But it's not going away, it's getting worse.
The only thing getting worse is your attitude towards my mother.
My attitude is a result of her behavior and your inability to stand up to her.
I do stand up to her. You just never see it because it's never enough for you.
When? When do you stand up to her? Because I've never seen it.
I do it in my own way.
Your own way isn't working, Mark. We need to be a united front against her interference.
United front? You make it sound like we're at war with my mother.
Sometimes it feels like we are, and I'm tired of fighting this battle alone.
You're not alone. I'm right here.
Are you? Because most of the time it feels like you're on her side, not mine.
I'm not on anyone's side. I'm just trying to keep the peace.
Keeping the peace isn't always the right thing to do, Mark. Sometimes you need to rock the boat to make real change.
And what if that change tears our family apart? What then?
If setting healthy boundaries tears your family apart, then maybe it wasn't as strong as you thought it was.
I can't believe you just said that. Family is everything to me.
I know it is, Mark, but we're a family too. You and me. Doesn't that matter to you?
Of course it matters. Why do you think I'm trying so hard to keep everyone happy?
But that's just it. You can't keep everyone happy all the time. Sometimes you have to make a choice.
I won't choose between you and my mother. I can't.
I'm not asking you to choose. I'm asking you to prioritize our marriage, our future.
Our future includes my family too, Sarah.
Yes, but not at the expense of our relationship. Not at the expense of our happiness.
And what about my mother's happiness? Doesn't that matter?
It matters, but not more than ours. We can't live our lives just to make your mother happy.
I'm not saying we should. I just don't want to hurt her.
Sometimes, Mark, we have to risk hurting people to do what's right for us.
I don't know if I can do that, Sarah. I really don't.
Then where does that leave us? Where does that leave our marriage?
I don't know. I just don't know anymore.
Mark, we need to figure this out. We can't go on like this.
I know. I need some time to think. Can we talk about this later?
Fine, but we can't keep putting this off forever. We need to make some decisions.
I know. I promise we'll talk soon. I just need some space right now.
All right, I'll give you space, but this conversation isn't over.
I know. Thank you for understanding.
I'm trying to understand, Mark. I really am. But you need to try to understand my perspective, too.
I will, I promise. Just not right now.
Okay, I'll be here when you're ready to talk.
Sarah, did you receive the divorce papers?
Yes, they arrived this morning.
My son talked to me about you. After a few discussions, we decided it's just best if you two split up.
Oh? Did he say he wanted a divorce?
Well, not in those words, but he seemed to want it. Besides, if you're going to divorce, sooner is better, right? I want to start arranging marriage meetings for my son. Please submit the papers today.
Gladly. I just filed them at the city office. Thank you.
What? You've already submitted them?
Actually, I've been considering divorce myself, so this worked out perfectly.
Well, I always thought we never got along since you became my daughter-in-law, but it seems we finally agree on something, this divorce.
Indeed, I am touched that you could actually be useful for once.
You've certainly found your voice.
Well, I'm not your daughter-in-law anymore.
Fine, I'll never have anything to do with you again. Don't contact my son unnecessarily.
I understand, but things are going to get tough for you.
What do you mean?
Since you forced this divorce, I might as well tell you, your son was suffering from mental health issues because of you before we got married. Now he's struggling with male infertility, so please treat him kindly. Oh, and he's only working part-time now because he suddenly quit his full-time job.
He said he wanted to take it easy for a while.
Well, good luck taking care of your son. You'll need it.
Wait a minute, what are you saying, Sarah? I know you're reading this. Answer me!
Where are you? Mom told me you divorced me. What's going on? Please explain.
Oh, you're back from your part-time job?
Yeah, and I saw all these missed calls and messages from Mom.
Did you talk to her?
No, I'm too scared. I've only read her messages. I haven't replied.
Your mom sent divorce papers, so I submitted them. My things should be gone by now.
Why? Why would you do that without talking to me?
But we haven't talked at all lately. Every time I tried to discuss our future, you said you weren't feeling well and ignored me. Just so you know, you weren't the only one unhappy. I couldn't take it anymore either.
You can't just spring this on me.
You wouldn't even have a proper conversation with me. Don't you dare say that to me.
I have depression, you know.
You had depression before we got married. The doctor said you don't need medication anymore, and we've been married for 3 years. You haven't even been to the doctor in ages.
Depression doesn't just go away. It can come back suddenly.
I know that, but you've changed so much since we got married. I do feel sorry that your mom's behavior caused your depression. That's why I've been shielding you from her. But I'm human too, Mark. I get hurt and have tough times as well.
But you're not sick like me.
So, being sick excuses everything? Your mom berated me every day for not getting pregnant. I endured it, thinking we'd eventually cut ties with her. But then you said you were fine with how things were, and when your mom started targeting me, you just stood by doing nothing. How could you?
I thought you were stronger than me, so you'd be okay.
I'm not okay at all. You quit your job soon after we got married, but you don't even do housework. And even though you're the reason we can't get pregnant, you let your mom blame me because you're afraid of her. I realized I couldn't protect you anymore.
Sarah, I'm sorry. I was wrong. Please come back. I can't do this alone. I can't live without you.
Don't worry, your mom said she'd find you a new wife. She's going to set up marriage meetings for you.
I only want you, Sarah. No one understands me like you do. I'll find a proper job and I'll cut ties with Mom. Please give me another chance. I promise I won't be a burden anymore.
It's too late. You better work, and whenever I ask you to do something, you say you're not feeling well, yet you use my hard-earned money to buy some things worth hundreds of dollars without asking. I don't want to rebuild my life with someone who's become so complacent.
Don't you care what happens to me? If I have to live with Mom again, my depression will definitely come back.
That's something you need to figure out on your own.
What am I supposed to do? I only have a part-time job and hardly any income. Wait, what about the rent? What's happening with the house?
I've called to cancel the lease next month. You can keep or sell the appliances that are left. There's a small amount from the property division. If you need to hire movers, use that money.
Please don't abandon me. It's not like I cheated or was violent. I can't accept this. We can't just end things like this.
I can't do this anymore either. The divorce is already final. Your signature was on the divorce papers, by the way. It was your handwriting. You must have wanted this divorce too.
Mom told me to sign it, but...
That is not something you just sign because someone tells you to. Well, good luck with your mom. I hope your new wife will be able to protect you. Afterwards, I heard that Mark's mother stormed into his house, and Mark confessed everything. When she realized that her son had quit his job and was dealing with male infertility, she apparently went ballistic and berated him for hours. Mark moved back home, and his mother tried to set him up with single mothers several times, but no one was interested in marrying a part-time worker. His depression relapsed, and he's now living off his mother. I don't think his condition will improve while living with her, so I expect he'll have a difficult life ahead. I never wanted to push Mark into a corner, but I don't regret my decision. From now on, I'll focus on healing my wounded heart and reclaiming my life. Thank you for watching until the end. If you found the video satisfying, please hit the like button. If not, please share your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Your ratings and comments encourage us to create more content. We have many more videos that'll give you that satisfying feeling, so please check out our other videos on this channel. We'll see you in the next video.
Hi, Sally. I just heard from my son, but you're thinking of giving birth at your parents' house?
Oh, hello, Monica. Yes, that's right. I'm planning to go back to my parents' house about 2 months before my expected birth date.
Why do you have to go back home to your parents' house? You know you can just continue to stay at your own house. Because I'm here to support you with everything, you know.
Since this is my first time to raise a child, and I assume that I'll probably be so tired taking care of the baby, I just thought I'd like to stay at my parents' house during the first few months.
But of course, I can do all of that for you taking care of the baby. So why don't you just quit going back home to your parents' house?
Well, you see, my parents don't have so many opportunities to come over here. And I just wanted them to have some quality time with their grandchild, at least when the baby is born.
But I also wanted to take care of the newborn baby too.
Oh, I'm so sorry. But I will return home around 1 month later after I give birth to the baby.
But I was even expecting to attend the birth with you as well. This is so disappointing because I was really looking forward to all of this.
What? Attend the birth? You were actually expecting to attend the birth?
Yes, that's absolutely right. Because I know that my son would just be useless standing right next to you. So I was being ready to put myself in that position to support you throughout your labor. I'm sure it'll be more helpful being there for you than my son.
But I do think that would be difficult, though.
Why is that?
Because I guess it'll be pretty embarrassing for me.
Oh, don't worry about that. We're both females, you know. And I've experienced giving birth as well, so there is actually nothing to be embarrassed of. I would assume showing strangers between your legs should be even more embarrassing, though. So many people are going to have to see that during labor, you know. So I don't see why you were so concerned about me.
But I just think it's a different situation being seen by the hospital staff.
Oh, I'm just so disappointed. I was excited that I may be the first person to hold my grandchild when he was born.
I'm so sorry about that.
But I guess it's okay. Because we're the ones who will be able to live together with our grandchild in the future. And then I'll just have plenty of time to spend with my grandchild.
What? Did you say living together in the future?
Yes, that's right, isn't it? Because our son is our only child. So who else is going to take care of us besides him? He's the only family we can rely on.
But we did mention that we were not going to live together with you before, right? I suppose you do understand that both my husband and I haven't changed our minds about that.
Well, regarding that, I guess my husband was trying to act tough about this before. But honestly, he does really want to live together with your family, though.
Really? Is that so?
And I do think that children should be looked after surrounded by many adults as possible. And I know that you do want to return going back to work someday, right?
Yes, I guess I do want to go back to work someday.
Well then, you should definitely live together with us. It will be much easier to go back to work if I just take care of my grandson and do everything for you at home, right? And I assume the house my son and you built is so big because you were considering living together with us someday, right?
Actually, that's not what we were thinking, though. We were both saying that we wanted to have a big dog someday when we have children. So that's actually why we built a big house as much as possible, so we could have enough space to live with a dog.
No. You must be kidding me, aren't you? Because I know that you have a guest room in your house as well. I know that you prepared that guest room just for us, right?
Unfortunately, that's really not what we intended, though.
Anyway, when you come back home from your parents' house, you can just go ahead and leave everything to me about taking care of your baby. You don't have to worry about anything because I will raise my grandchild properly to become our good heir of our family.
But I do think we can manage taking care of the baby on our own for a while.
No. What are you saying? This is going to be your first child. You, Sally, and my son don't have any knowledge or experience in raising a child, right? Of course I can't just leave everything up to you two, so you can just rely on me.
But I think we'll be totally fine on our own.
No, Sally. You don't need to hesitate to ask us for any support from me, okay? Well then, I want you to please spend the day just thinking about your baby first, and I will go over to your house later on to do all the chores for you today, so don't worry. Sally, you can just sleep as much as you want throughout the day. Hello, Sally. My son just told me not to visit your house anymore, but what's going on? I can't believe he would say that to me after all the help I have provided to you these days while you were pregnant.
Hi, Monica. I'm so sorry about this. I do appreciate your support, doing everything for us, but since you do seem to visit us every day, I guess I just need some time to relax and take a rest.
Do you mean that it's troublesome for you if I go visit your house?
No, I didn't mean that, but I do get a bit concerned being helped out too much.
Well, isn't that just your problem? I'm practically doing all the chores for you because you're pregnant. But I'm just so shocked to be told not to visit you so suddenly by my son. And you know that I've always been saying that you can just lie down and take a rest while I'm there, right? You even have time to relax while I'm doing everything for you. So I just don't see what the problem is and why I have to be refused to visit your house.
That is true, but honestly, you just keep on talking to me while you're here.
Well, I'm talking to you because you keep on answering to me. If you want to sleep, why don't you just ignore what I'm saying? And my son was also mentioning that the issue of us living together. He said to me that he's not willing to live together with us. So I assumed you forced my son to say that, right?
No, Monica, I didn't force him. Because my husband and I actually have the same opinion towards living together with you.
This is absolutely a lie. Because my son has always been the one to listen to what I say, and I don't think this is his true feelings. So I just know that you're the one who refused to live with us. You're so pathetic to make my son say that to me on behalf of you. I'm just so disappointed about this. Actually, this was the most shocking news to me in these past few years. I was so hurt that I even shed tears.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Honestly, we didn't mean to hurt you at all.
Just tell me, what makes you so reluctant to live together with us in the first place? Because I've been supporting your family, doing so much for you two. And I'm even willing to take care of my grandchild that is expected to be born. There should be only benefits for you and my son and nothing inconvenient to accept this condition. So I still don't understand why you refuse living together with us.
Actually, my husband and I both had the same idea that we would not live with our parents since we got married. And even about raising our children, we both intend to take care of our child by ourselves without support as much as possible.
That means that you're not going to ask for any help from us? And whatever happens, we don't need to support you at all from now on?
Well, I guess that will depend on the situation, though. But we do intend to manage everything on our own for now without any support.
That's such a betrayal.
What? A betrayal?
Because I thought that you would accept living together with us in the future. And that's why I admitted you to be my son's wife.
I just don't know what to say.
Do you actually have any complaints about living together with us? If you do, I want you to go ahead and just tell me clearly because I'm not convinced yet.
I just think that there's certain paces of living lives among each family. And please don't misunderstand this because it's not like I don't want to live together with you. I just don't think I can live together even with my own parents either.
Well, I don't think you need to actually live with your parents, though.
I'm sorry, I just said that as an example.
Can you just stop? You're so annoying. And I just don't want to hear your excuses anymore. Since my grandchild is going to be born, I'm absolutely living together with you no matter what you say. And you have just got to accept that.
Monica, I'm so sorry. Can you just continue to discuss the issue further with my husband? Because I believe I don't have anything more to say to you. And I'm sure that he will have something to say to this as well.
So I'm just saying, all you have to do is accept living together with us. Then my son would definitely agree to this as well.
I'm so sorry, Monica. I'm just not feeling so well, so I think I need to go now.
Hey, wait, Sally? I'm not finished with this conversation yet, so don't try to end this. Just remember that I'll never accept any answer other than living together with you. And if you don't live together with us, then I'll have to make you divorce my son. If you're still watching this text, just answer to me. Hello, Sally. Today I have an important issue I need to discuss with you, so you definitely need to reply to me now.
Hello, Monica. It's been a while since we talked before. So what important issue should we discuss about?
But before that, first of all, isn't there anything you have to say to me?
What? I don't actually think so.
I can't believe this. So you're still not even going to apologize to me about all of this? I'm actually giving you a chance to apologize.
Are you saying that I have to apologize to you?
You've just been ignoring all my text messages up until now, right? And when I visited your house the other day, you did pretend to be out, didn't you? I knew that you were there inside your house, so why did you try to hide from me?
Well, that's because you still don't seem to listen to my husband's opinions at all.
Oh my, are you saying that I'm wrong for all of this?
I'm going to be honest about this, but you coming over to visit our house every day was such a burden for us. And even if we refuse to live together with you, you just keep on bringing up the same matter over and over and just never seem to give up. So I want you to realize that you're not welcome to our family at all. I don't want to make my pregnancy an excuse for this, but when I wanted to lie down when I wasn't feeling so well, it was really tough for me just being with you.
Well, if you did think so, why didn't you go ahead and tell me that more clearly?
I don't know if you've noticed, but I've already been trying to tell you about this so many times, but you just keep interrupting me. And you never seem to listen to what people have to say.
Oh, I just can't believe you're acting so strong towards me since you've gone over to your parents' house.
No, Monica, that's not my intention. I'm just trying to tell you that you never listen to us.
But anyway, this issue has already been solved now, so everything is going to be okay.
What's been solved?
Of course, it's about the issue of you living together with us. Actually, we just went ahead and sold your house while you were away at your parents' house. So I guess you don't have a place to go back to now anyway.
What?
Well, after you went over to stay at your parents' house, I just tried so hard to persuade my husband and son about this again. As I said, a wife who is not willing to live together with us should be kicked out of the family.
Huh?
And then, my husband and my son finally understood and agreed to this as well. So I successfully managed to sell your house. And we've already even found a buyer for it. So all you need to do is just divorce my son now. But if you really don't want to go through this divorce, I can give you another chance. Why don't you just kneel down and apologize to me? If you are willing to change your heart and attitude towards me, I will forgive you and can consider living with you again as well.
Oh no, Monica, you've got this all wrong. Because your house is the one that actually got sold.
What?
So I'm saying, the house that got sold is actually your house that you're living in and not ours.
What are you saying? Why do we have to sell our house?
Well, it's actually your husband that made this decision to sell your house. He was concerned that you'll just continue to get carried away like this forever, so he wanted to put an end to this by changing the situation in some way. He said that he was planning to move to his hometown far away from us in the countryside after his retirement.
What?
Though I was surprised to hear this, but it seems that your husband has always wanted to return back and live in his hometown. So he was actually really excited about moving out and starting his new life.
No. Wait. What? This can't be true. You must be joking.
But why do I have to make a joke about this? Believe it or not, this is all true. And you have to start accepting this situation.
Because selling our house, it's so strange that he wouldn't consult me about this at all and decide everything on his own.
But you actually tried to sell our house without telling me about it at all, right? Isn't that the same thing? So I don't think it's a surprise to think of it in an opposite way.
But you're obviously in a different position than me.
But this is something that your husband actually decided on his own. So I don't know anything about this.
No, this is just a lie. This can't be true because I just can't live in a countryside far away from here. I absolutely can't.
If you still have any complaints, please discuss about this further with your husband. Because I have nothing more to say to you, so don't try to involve me in this matter. And since I have to go to the hospital for my prenatal checkup, sorry, but I must leave now. So goodbye.
Sally, are you looking at this text message right now? You need to help me.
What? Monica, what happened?
This is a really serious matter. As I refused to move to the countryside with my husband, he just said that he was going to have to divorce me.
Well, I suppose so. That's not so surprising to me at all.
What? Why do you agree to that? Don't you think it's horrible to divorce me after living together and doing everything for him all these years?
Don't you still understand? The reason why he sold your house in the first place is because you got so carried away and things were getting out of control.
I got carried away. What do you mean?
Ever since I got pregnant and quit my job, you started visiting our house every single day, right? You came to our house with the reason to help out our chores, but actually you were just staying at our house, just talking to me, laying around and practically doing nothing.
No, that's not true because I was actually doing some chores for you. It's not like I was just lazy.
And you were just making meals that you wanted using our food and ingredients and just eating them here, right? And just left the cooking tools and dishes in the kitchen without even washing them or putting them back. And I remember, don't you even take a bath at our house sometimes?
Well, yes. That's because your bathtub is so clean and big. I just wanted to take a long bath relaxing myself. So what's wrong with that?
Well, during your long bath, you would ask us to go buy some wine and would even make me prepare some appetizers for you. By asking me to do that, you probably didn't even think of letting me take a rest, didn't you?
Well, they say that pregnant women do need some exercise and should move around.
Well, thanks to you, I've been moving around enough already. Cleaning up the bathroom soaked in water that you used, and doing all the cleanup after you cooked anything because it was just a mess. I definitely had to move around cleaning up and doing things for you much more than before I was pregnant.
Oh, really? I'm so sorry about that. I guess I didn't notice those small detailed things at all, because I didn't think that was such a big deal for you. But if you were thinking that way, I do wish you could have told me much earlier.
Well, I told you that the other day. And actually, I've been saying this many times for quite a while.
But the way you say it is so indirect, so it's difficult for me to understand. You need to be more straight with me, otherwise I wouldn't notice.
But as I'm your daughter-in-law, of course I do hesitate to say things straight to you.
Then you must try saying things to me clearly from now on, because I probably wouldn't notice if you don't. And definitely don't need to hesitate, because I won't get angry just because you warned me about something. I'm sure that it won't bother me for you to speak honestly with me.
No, I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I can't do that. Because when I had my husband tell you about visiting our house and living together, you got so furious and said that you would make us go through a divorce. So I'm just fed up with your selfish attitude and don't want to be involved with you anymore. And my husband and I want to cut off the relationship with you for good.
Cut off our relationship? Please, Sally, don't say such a sad thing. I think you're just misunderstanding this. I was not angry, but was just so sad that it made me say those horrible things to you at that time. Believe me, it's not like I really wanted you to divorce my son. That's really not what I meant.
But I'm sorry, I just can't believe any word you say now. Even though I said that we don't intend to live together with you, you just tried to force your way to do so many times. And you tried to make my husband divorce me and even tried to sell our new house. So how am I supposed to believe you going through all of this? Don't you also think it's the right decision for our family to cut off the relationship with you?
Sally, you've just got to understand. I was just so excited about having a grandchild, you know? So I guess I just got carried away with things. Because I was just really happy. And I thought I could be with your family forever if I could live together with you.
Well, although I appreciate your feelings, that's the same situation for my parents as well. If you didn't get so carried away with things, I'm certain that you would have had more opportunities to see our family than my parents.
All right, I understand. So I will give up about living together with your family, so you just need to forgive me about all of this. Because if you do forgive me, then I suppose my husband will finally give up moving to the countryside.
But Monica, unfortunately, I don't think that's possible at this point. Because your house has already been sold and it has been finalized. And you're supposed to move out of the house within next month, right?
Well then, you need to persuade my husband to stop this immediately. Because I just don't want to live in the countryside.
Well then, I do think you're the one who needs to discuss this directly with your husband and not me. Because this is a matter that needs to be solved between the two of you, and I can't do anything to help you out.
But he just won't listen to what I say. He just says that he will divorce me if I don't want to move to the countryside with him. And he won't even try to compromise on that at all.
Well then, why don't you just decide to go through a divorce with your husband? If you do so, I suppose you can live a free life on your own from now on.
I can't believe you're saying this. Of course I can't divorce him. How am I supposed to live from now on after I divorce him at this age?
Monica, I think it's time you need to realize that. This all happened because of you, and it's all your fault. Of course, my pregnancy might have been the trigger to this, but I've heard that both your husband and your son were already sick and tired of your selfish attitude from quite a while ago.
But I've supported my husband and son and have done so much for them up until now. I have always been considerate about them whenever and whatever I do. So I just feel betrayed from both of them after all I've done for them.
Well, I guess all that support from you may have been a burden for them sometimes. Actually, my husband is pretty furious about you causing trouble to me this time. I guess it finally did hit him. Because he even said that he didn't want to let you meet our child.
What? No, he can't do this to me.
I guess this is what happens if you act just thinking about yourself being self-centered. If your husband went so far even to ask you to divorce him, then why don't you try looking back on what you've done up to now once? You should take a chance to reflect on your mistakes.
Well then, can you please let me stay at your house for a while?
What? Excuse me?
Because I just can't get myself sorted out to decide to move to my husband's hometown. Because I have friends over here. And there's so many stores and restaurants that I want to go to. So I just can't give up this life here and move to the countryside. So can you please let me live with you for only a couple of months at your house?
Monica, I don't think you're understanding this situation yet. I want you to seriously reconsider why we are refusing to get involved with you, and the reason why your husband has decided to move. After going through all of this, causing your family so much trouble, I do think that you're the one who needs to change.
Of course I did think about it. So I'm admitting that I was wrong about all of this. But everyone is just so selfish about themselves. No one just doesn't seem to care about my feelings.
Well, you should realize that's exactly what you were doing to the people around you up until now. Actually, even now, I'm just so tired of taking care of my newborn son, but I'm still trying to listen to your endless complaints. So don't try to ask for help to a mother who just gave birth to a baby a few days ago. Can you possibly try to be more considerate about the people around you and stop thinking just about yourself?
Hey, Sally, but you know that I'm in trouble and I do need help.
Can you understand that I'm being bothered by you too? Because I definitely don't want to deal with a troublesome mother-in-law that is so self-centered even when I'm so exhausted either. So, as you asked me, I did talk to you straightforward and said what I wanted to say all this time. So I hope you're satisfied with this, since I don't have anything more to say to you. And don't you ever try to get involved with me or my family again. Because you should remember, you're just nothing but trouble to us. After that, my mother-in-law apologized to her husband and eventually decided to move to her husband's hometown in the countryside. Now it seems that my mother-in-law doesn't oppose against him anymore, and seems as if she has become a completely different person, living her new life quietly in the countryside. As my husband and his father have been trying to put up with my mother-in-law's temper so many times up until now, but with me being so bothered by her through this incident, I'm so glad that they both finally took action with my mother-in-law to put an end to this. Though I do understand that this became a really tough situation to handle, I feel so grateful that they both were so supportive and considerate about my feelings until the very end. If I did decide to live together with my mother-in-law as she wished, then I definitely know that I wouldn't be living a happy life like I am now. So I'm just so relieved to be able to avoid that life living with my mother-in-law, and I'm glad we're no longer involved with each of our lives anymore. As I've now returned home from staying at my parents' house for a few months, I'm just living a life every day with the mercy of taking care of my newborn son with my husband. Though we are still immature parents and will probably go through some tough times raising a child together, I do hope to show our love and affection to my son just enough so that it would not be such a burden for him. And I'm looking forward to our bright future waiting ahead, raising a lovely family that can speak honestly and continue to care about each other at all times. Thank you for watching Peep Talk videos. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel. Also, feel free to leave any comments. Please visit us again to check out the next video.
Hey, Kelly. Can you do the laundry for me today?
What? But Nancy, I thought it was your turn today to do the laundry.
Yeah, I know it is my turn, but since I've already left the house for today and I suppose you're going to be home all day anyway, can you just go ahead and do the laundry for me?
All right, I'll do the laundry for you. But you do know that lately I've been doing these chores for you frequently, even though it's your turn, right? So can you please try cooperating, doing some of the household chores by yourself? And as I am working at home and also have to nurse and take care of your mother as well, it's getting pretty difficult for me to handle things around here, so I really appreciate if you can at least help me out a little more with doing these chores.
Well, it's not like I'm doing nothing, you know. I am trying to do those chores whenever I can, when I have time, so just forgive me. Because I'm always so busy with work and plans, compared to you, Kelly, who is a housewife that just has so much time.
Well, it's not like I have so much time as you think, you know.
Oh, yeah, right. But it's like you've been at home all day, ever since you started living with us. You don't even go out to hang out with your friends either. And you don't go out to the hair or beauty salon or even go shopping at all. I assume you basically have nothing to do but stay at home. So I know that you don't have any plans. So don't try to pretend like you're so busy.
Even if I don't have those kinds of plans, I do have so many things to do on my end too, you know.
But even if you do, you definitely have more time than me. And I suppose you can do any of the chores more quicker than me. So, that's right. Can you just do all my chores for me as well? And do you remember what my father was actually saying about this? He said, "Why do we have to split roles of doing the household chores within the family, even if we are the ones working?" My brother was also scolded by him, saying that he shouldn't have married a woman who was completely useless, who can't handle the chores all by herself.
Oh, really? Is that so?
You know what they say? When in Rome, do as the Romans do. So, if you're joining our family, I think you need to accept that and provide more support to us. As my mother needs nursing now, I need you, Kelly, to be fully responsible to take place of her and do all the things she was doing for our family. If you don't want to be hated by our family, then could you just go ahead and do everyone's chores without complaining about that? That's what we all wish for, and will make things easier for all of our family.
Well, I guess that's something that I can't just decide on my own.
Are you saying that you need to discuss this with my brother? Hey, Kelly, I guess you are the type that gets hated by girls, aren't you? I just hate women who go on and tell on people.
All right, I will try to do your chores for you as much as possible, okay?
Well then, why didn't you say so without complaining and just accept all of this in the first place? I don't want to hear your complaints or excuses about this any further. Next time, I want you to go ahead and do the chores before I even tell you to. And if you want to get along with us, I guess you should put more effort into being considerate about our family as well. Oh, Kelly, I just forgot to tell you this morning, but the shampoo I'm using right now is about to run out. So I need you to go out and buy that shampoo for me today.
Nancy, I'm sorry. Since I have to go take your mother to the hospital for rehabilitation now, I think it might be difficult for me to buy that for you today.
Huh? I'm just asking you to buy shampoo. What's the problem with that? I'm sure that you can go buy it, right? Because I don't understand why just buying shampoo is such a big deal.
But I know that your shampoo is not a brand that you can find at ordinary pharmacies or supermarkets, right?
Yeah. It's a special shampoo only sold at the hair salon. So I need you to go there and buy it.
But I'm afraid that's too far away from where I'm heading. It's in the opposite direction of your mother's hospital, and I really don't have any time to stop by to buy it today. But if you can wait a few more days, I guess I can go buy that for you maybe on Sunday?
What? Of course I can't wait. That's absolutely too late. Saturday is like 3 days later from now. Are you saying that I have to continue to use our family shampoo instead until Saturday?
You're welcome to use my shampoo too.
But Kelly, isn't your shampoo that cheap brand? I was using that shampoo quite a while ago, like when I was in junior high. So honestly, I can't go back to using such a cheap shampoo like that now at this age. Don't you even understand that as well?
Oh, really? Is that so? But I need you to understand that I just don't have time to go buy it for you today.
Hey, Kelly, I just want to ask you, why did you even accept moving in with us in the first place? Weren't you willing to help out to do all the things for our family?
Well, that's because your mother wasn't able to walk due to her injury, and I knew that she needed help with nursing, so that's why I agreed to live with your family. Because I was asked to support your family as much as possible.
So you did agree to live with us to do things and help out our family, right? And you do know that my brother, my father, and I are all busy working every day. We don't have any time to do household chores or things around the house. So we need you to take care of all the chores because you're the one who has the most time.
I believe I said this to you before, but I am also working at home, you know. And while I'm working, I am just so busy nursing your mother and doing all the chores every day, so things are getting tough for me as well.
Well, that's not my problem at all, so don't say anything to me. Why don't you say that directly to my brother if you have any complaints about this situation? My mother would never keep anything out of stock, and she handled everything perfectly. But you can't even handle a simple task like this. Kelly, you're really so useless. Next time, could you manage the stock of daily necessities and avoid running out of them before I notice it?
Yeah, all right.
Now that you've agreed to this, that means you're going to buy that shampoo for me today, okay? And regarding your cooking, I need you to make more healthy meals for my dinner every day.
What? Does that mean I just have to make a different menu just for you separately?
Yeah, that's right. I need you to start going on a diet because I want to attend my friend's wedding next month. So you need to make my menu healthy enough so I can lose 3 kilograms of weight.
I don't think you can lose that much weight by just eating healthy meals.
No, you're wrong about that. Because I can actually lose 3 kilograms of weight easily just by changing what I eat. So don't forget to calculate the calories when you make my meals.
If I need to make your meals separately, it's going to be pretty difficult for me. As I've said, I already have a lot of things to do on my end, you know.
But it's not like you're always making such complicated meals for us every day, so I assume you have enough time to make 2 more dishes for me. I don't think that's a difficult thing to ask since you have so much time staying at home. So just prepare those healthy meals for me, okay? And if they're not good enough, I'm going to have to make you cook them for me again. So you need to manage that perfectly as well. Hey, Kelly, this is urgent. I need you to go buy my party dress immediately.
What? Your party dress? Did anything happen to it?
I'm about to attend my friend's wedding after party today, but the zipper of my party dress just broke. This happened because of you, and this is all your fault. Now I don't have anything to wear to the party. So just go buy a party dress for me immediately.
What? I don't understand. How come it's my fault?
It's because the meals I asked you to make weren't healthy enough for me to lose weight. You do remember that I said I needed to lose weight by the wedding, but you know what? I actually gained weight. So this is absolutely your fault.
Well, I did actually calculate the calories when preparing your meals as you requested, so there should be nothing to blame about the meals I made. But you were the one who was saying that the volume wasn't enough, and you're the one who kept on eating the amount of meals like usual without reducing the total volume, right? So I don't think this is just my fault, and you do have the responsibility to control your own body after all.
Well, it's because you didn't make low-calorie meals that made me full enough. Even if I ate your meals, I was always hungry because of that. I asked you to handle these healthy meals perfectly, and you were responsible for that. So why do I have to be the one blamed for this? When my mother made me diet menus, she made the meals so perfectly that I had no problems losing weight. So it's obvious that your meals are the reason why I gained weight this time.
I'm so sorry.
You really are so useless. I really can't understand why my brother chose to marry you after all. You can't even do the household chores properly and are just continuing to cause trouble to us. But come to think of it, maybe my brother has already lost affection towards you. Because I noticed that you two don't talk to each other frequently, do you? You better be careful because my brother might just leave you soon. Because you're so ugly and there's nothing special about you. I don't blame him if he does dump you someday. You're just so helpless, you know?
Well, I guess that may be true. But that's a problem between us, so I believe that has nothing to do with you.
Hey, wait. Kelly, are you angry? Wait, am I actually right about this? Oh, did you just take this seriously? I'm sorry, it was just a joke.
Stop fooling around with me, Naomi. Whatever you say, I'm sorry, but I just can't go buy your party dress now.
Huh? Why not?
Because you know that you've never paid me back for the things that I have bought for you before. I can't just let this happen every time I go buy you something.
Well then, why don't you just receive that money from my brother? I'm sure he will pay for it.
And why do you think my husband would pay for his sister's dress? It's not like we both have so much money to pay for your things. I think you're just relying on me too much and you need to be more responsible and independent.
You actually owe me over $1,000 for all the things I've been paying for up until now. So if you don't pay me back that money right now, then I can't go buy your party dress.
Well, you don't have to bring that up now.
But I've been saying this to you so many times already, and I can't let you do this any longer.
Well, you don't have to do such a horrible thing to me now just because of that. You do know that I'm in trouble right now, don't you? I think you're just pathetic to take advantage of one's weakness at a time like this.
I have to go this far because I knew that you would never pay me back if I didn't do this.
Kelly, don't you understand your position here? No one in our family is supporting you or is on your side. And you've even lost both of your parents. Your life will definitely come to an end if you even lose my brother too. So do you think disobeying to me is going to be acceptable?
Oh, I can't believe this. So you're saying that your family has been treating me like a housekeeper because I have no family and nowhere to go? You're the one who's actually taking advantage of one's weakness, you know.
No, we're not treating you like a housekeeper. We're demanding you to be one. You said that you were working from home, but I suppose you're not earning so much money. So I guess you're just a housewife with no special talent. You're just a person living every day working for us to help our lives become easier. Unfortunately, that's all you're worth for and nothing else. So if you don't want to be kicked out of our house, then you'd better listen and do what I say.
So now I get it. That's what you're asking from me. All you needed was a housekeeper that does everything for you and follows your demands.
Of course that's all. Anyway, I don't need your opinions or complaints any further. So just do what I say as I told you to do. Because you are our personal housekeeper. So just keep working hard for us. You should just listen to what I say and don't you ever try to give me any stupid threats again, okay? Hey, Kelly? What are you doing right now? When is dinner going to be ready? I'm already at home now. If you're going out, can't you just prepare dinner for us before that? Mom and Dad are also saying that they're hungry too. We are all waiting for dinner, so can you please just hurry up and make dinner for us?
I'm sorry, but I am not cooking dinner for you or your family anymore.
What are you saying? If you're not making dinner, who else is going to do that for us? You're our housekeeper, Kelly, so you don't have any right to refuse our orders. And you have no choice but to continue to work hard for our family. Or do you just want to be kicked out of this house? But honestly, I don't think you have the courage to move out of here and start a life to live on your own, do you?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Well, when I got fired from being your personal housekeeper... No, actually, I'm not fired, but I guess I quit by myself.
Huh?
Because I finally decided to go through a divorce with my husband. And I'm not going back to your home either. So you can just forget about me and your useless housekeeper from now on.
What? Are you serious? You're going through a divorce? So that means that my brother really did finally dump you? I knew this was coming, so I guess it was just a matter of time. But I don't blame him for losing affection towards you. Oh, that's such a misery. And with no place to go, what are you going to do from now on?
I don't think my future has anything to do with you anymore, right? So why do I have to tell you about that? Just don't bother about me any further.
I was just trying to be concerned about you. But what kind of attitude is that? Is that the only way you can say things like that to me? Well, that's probably why my brother just dumped you. You're really such a helpless person, you know?
No, actually, you've got it all wrong. For your information, I was the one who dumped him.
You dumped my brother? No way, that can't be possible. Why does my brother have to be dumped by a person like you?
Because he betrayed me by having an affair.
Oh, really? Well, that's actually not a big surprise to me either. I guess he didn't even care about you anyway. But come to think of it, if he did have an affair, I guess you were actually the one who got dumped after all. Women pretending to be strong being dumped by an affair is just so pitiful.
But my husband was the one saying he didn't want to divorce me.
Huh? Why not? Oh, I got it. I guess he didn't want to pay the consolation fee for the divorce, right? If that's the reason, I suppose that makes sense.
Well, if you don't believe me, why don't you ask your brother about them directly? I assume you should soon understand by just thinking this through. I guess things are going to be tough for you from now on, but good luck with everything.
Why is it going to be tough for me? Because actually, things around here will be much better without you. And I feel relieved that I no longer have to see my really annoying sister-in-law. I can finally say goodbye to such a useless housekeeper. And from now on, I hope we have a professional housekeeper that comes to our house.
Well, I wish you the best of luck for that and hope you find a perfect housekeeper for your family. And just a reminder that I'm going to have to demand you pay back all the money you borrowed from me later. So you better be prepared to pay for that.
Okay. I will pay back that money for such a miserable divorced woman, because I suppose it's the least I can do for you in this poor situation. But more importantly, since you have left our house now, then don't ever think about coming back here, okay? Just remember, there's no place for such a useless person like you to come back to. Hi, Kelly? Where are you now? My brother is just so worried because he can't reach you at all.
What? Of course he can't reach me directly. I'm currently making contacts with your brother through a lawyer right now, so I absolutely don't want to talk to him at all.
No, my brother doesn't want to talk to you through a lawyer. He's saying that he wants to talk to you directly about the situation, so I need you to reply to him as soon as possible.
Excuse me? Do you understand this situation by now? Why do I have to rely on your brother?
You're saying why? Of course, because you're still a married couple, right? And my brother is actually regretting about all of this. He also regrets about having that affair. So can you please forgive him and just come back home once?
So I'm asking again, why do I have to do that? My husband had an affair and I was cheated on by him. My husband had an affair and I was cheated on by him, and my family-in-law treated me like a housekeeper. I was forced to work so hard for everyone and did practically everything, like nursing your mother and doing all the household chores for the family. Knowing that I didn't have any place to go as both of my parents have passed away, that was a really horrible way to treat me. Did you really think you could do anything to a person who was having a lonely life and wouldn't escape from this situation?
No, I didn't mean anything like that.
But Naomi, you were the one who actually said that to me. Since I don't have any family, you said that if my husband dumped me, that would be the end of my life with nothing left.
Actually, that wasn't my true feelings. I said that because you said that you wouldn't bring me a new dress if I didn't pay back the money I borrowed. I guess I got a little heated up about that and said too much to you in that situation. So don't take that comment too seriously, okay?
I don't think those kinds of feelings would come out at times like that if you didn't feel like that at all. So I know you've always been thinking about me like that.
Kelly, if you will come back home, I promise to do the chores and I will be more supportive to you from now on. So please, do come back to live with us again. My father and mother are both saying that they want you to come back home and stay with us.
Hey, Naomi, I want you to know this, so just listen. I remember that your mother used to bully me a lot before she got injured and couldn't walk, right?
I'm not so sure about that.
And your father was such an old-school person with an idea of male chauvinism, always scolding me. All your father did was complain to me ever since I started living with your family. And my husband has always been irresponsible about money, and I was paying for most of our living expenses. And you, Naomi, have been just looking down on me ever since I decided to get married to your brother, right? So even after going through that horrible situation, why do you think I actually decided to live with your family who treated me that way?
I don't know. Why did you decide to live with us?
Because this was all about revenge. Revenge towards your family. That was all I was thinking about while living together at your house.
What?
So I guess now you really are in trouble without me doing so many things for your family, right? because there's no one who will nurse your mother or do all the household chores for you. In that situation, I suppose now you understand what I was going through. I haven't been replying to your brother, but I assume the situation is currently becoming chaos at your house. I know that it's just full of garbage as I read from your brother's text. And I know your family members are forcing each other to nurse your mother and do the household chores, right? You're also quarreling with your family about that every day, aren't you?
Why did you have to do this to us in such an indirect way? And why did you wait until now? You could have just refused and said that you wouldn't live with us in the first place. And I assume that would have been a revenge good enough towards us. So why did you go all the way to do this to us?
Well, of course, at first I did think of that too. But I finally decided to proceed with this revenge because I did know that my husband was having an affair before moving in with your family. I guess I just didn't want to consider living alone and pay for any rent until I actually had concrete evidence about his affair. And this revenge wasn't just about the things I've said to you now. There are so many other things that I've already done enough to get refreshed and get rid of all this stress living together with your family. Because as I was forced to nurse your mother and do all the chores, I was actually doing whatever I wanted during that.
Huh? What? Did you put something in our meals when you were cooking?
Well, I don't know about that. I actually don't remember anything.
What did you do? You've got to tell us. We have a right to know. And you're definitely not getting away with this.
But I don't think those things really matter right now.
Kelly, I'm just so sorry for all of this. I apologize for everything, so please forgive us. And I suppose my family was relying too much on you.
Yeah, that's for sure. And it's about time you realized that.
I know you already know about our current situation, but our family and our house is just a mess right now. Nursing my mother is so tough, and since everyone doesn't do their chores, the rooms are just so messy, and the laundry is just piled up. I did try to do something about this by myself, but as there's just so many things to do, I just don't know where to start with.
Well, if you're that desperate, why don't you ask a professional housekeeper to come to your house and help you with all of that? Because I assume that's what you actually wished if I was gone, right?
Well, actually, my father now started saying that I can at least do the chores for the family. And he also said that he didn't want a stranger coming into our house.
Oh, really? Well, I guess that has nothing to do with me anymore.
Hey, Kelly, please help us. I promise I will help you out with nursing my mother and the household chores. And my brother said that he broke off the relationship with his partner. So please, can you just give us one more chance? We all want you to come back and live with us together.
What are you saying? I know that you were the one who just thought of me as a stranger, treating me like a housekeeper. So don't even try thinking of me as a family member after doing all of this.
But things also must have been tough for you as well since you left our house, right? Because I assume you wouldn't be able to start living alone by yourself so suddenly.
As I mentioned before, I was earning enough money to pay for living expenses instead of my husband. So actually, I can live a better life alone without him, and I'm pretty satisfied with my current situation.
Well, if that's the case, I won't stop you from divorcing my brother, but I still have one favor to ask you. Until my family is able to live a decent life, can you please come back home and help us out? And of course, we are willing to pay for any support you give us, like the issues about nursing my mother. I just don't know how to handle all of this on my own, so I need your support and advice.
Well, it's absolutely all your fault. You don't know how to handle these things at all because you just forced me to do everything and didn't try to help out. So why don't you try solving those family issues by yourselves? You have 4 adults in your family that can handle this after all. And even if your mother is injured, she is still completely cautious of things, so I do think that you guys can manage handling everything by yourselves.
Well, actually, my mother is starting to act strange these days. Recently, she gets angry so suddenly and says things we can't really understand.
Does that mean she's going through something like dementia? Even if she does have those symptoms, that has nothing to do with me, though. Anyway, I am just a stranger and have nothing to do with your family, so just forget about me because I can't support your family any further. And you were the one who told me not to come back. Naomi, do you remember that you were the one who always said that I didn't have a place in your family, right? So I guess everything turned out just the way you wished. After that, it seems my mother-in-law was diagnosed with dementia, and my sister-in-law finally had to quit her job and was forced to be a housekeeper and care staff for her family. However, I heard that the situation of the family issues did not become better for her, as well as the men of the family still did not cooperate to help her out at all. As my sister-in-law just couldn't take that situation any longer, eventually she ended up moving out of their house 6 months later, leaving my husband and their parents. And as my husband was resisting to our divorce until the very end, we had to go through a mediated divorce. Even after our divorce was finalized, he still tried contacting me several times, saying, "Please help my family because we're about to go crazy with nursing my mother." With his sister leaving him, he was still trying to rely on me, asking for support and handling his family issues. But as I completely blocked his contacts, now I actually don't know what happened to his family and how he's managing everything after all. Though I don't care about my husband or his family's situation anymore, I do hope he finally realizes and regrets what he's done to me and also his sister. As for me, after the divorce, it's been a while since I've been living single. I am fully enjoying my relaxed life. Though I do still have many painful memories about this incident, I don't have any regrets to this divorce since I'm enjoying living a free life doing everything I've wanted to. And from now on, I would like to enjoy spending enough time and money to enjoy and fulfill my own life to come in the future. Thank you for watching Peep Talk videos. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel. Also, feel free to leave any comments. Please visit us again to check out the next video.